Welcome to the Caribbean Edge Kids. Happy Valentine's Day, happy Reggae Month, and happy Black History Month. We want to welcome all our beautiful, amazing kids today. We have Raheem, who is joining us from the beautiful island of Jamaica that we all love so much. Raheem, welcome back.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Happy Valentine's Day, sweetie. We're so glad you joined us again.
Yes.
So tell us about you. Tell your viewers about you.
Well, I am inspiring. Sometimes when people need a bit of motivation, I can give them. And I don't know something else that I can say about myself. I have too much things in my head.
So what do you want to be when you grow up, Raheem?
I want to be a surgeon to help my mother get out of sickle cell. It's a very rough time for her in sickle cell.
And your mommy is so proud of you. I spoke with her and she said that you had awesome feedback for us after the last show because you were so motivated that you are able to share your culture and heritage with the rest of the world. So that was some really nice feedback. And what's your motto? You have a beautiful motto.
I can do all things through Christ. But mommy missed out a little bit of a part. I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength.
Thank you, Raheem. You are amazing. And welcome, Miss Olivia. First time to the Caribbean Edge Kids. And I know you have a little bunny, mommy told me. So tell us about you. What would you like to be when you grow up?
I want to do surgeries like Raheem, and I would also like to go into space and work there.
Nice. And I understand you like baking as well?
Yeah.
And you're 8 years old?
Yes.
Beautiful. And how many brothers and sisters do you have?
I have 2 sisters and 2 brothers.
Oh, beautiful. It's nice that you're the youngest one. Do you give a lot of trouble? No? Okay, I'm going to ask mommy. Well, welcome to the Caribbean Edge Kids. So happy to have you. And Tika. Hi, Tika. You're in Jamaica too. Second time on TCE Kids.
Yes.
And remind us what you want to be when you grow up.
I would like to become a teacher to help other students learn and to also educate more people about the national Black.
Beautiful. A teacher, right?
Yes.
Awesome. And we actually appreciate our teachers more than ever, especially with the pandemic, making the adjustment and the sacrifices. So you're definitely going into a field that is well respected. So thank you. And you're here on this show because you're educating and inspiring others. So isn't that amazing? And welcome to our Council General, who is no stranger to the Caribbean Edge Kids.
Thank you. I feel like I'm going to give Aunty Sophie some competition now because I'm a regular on the program, right? But happy Valentine's Day to everybody, all the kids, first of all. Always a pleasure sharing with you. To all the viewers, listeners, for the Caribbean Edge Kids, happy Valentine's. It's Reggae Month, Black History Month, lots to celebrate, and happy to be on the program.
Thank you. Welcome again, CG. Always a pleasure. And Aunty Sophie, happy Valentine's Day.
Well, thank you, Auntie Dawn, and happy Valentine's Day to all the kids on the panel and to our beloved CG, who is, I consider, the biggest kid on the panel because he has so much fun. He has so much fun when he comes on to the TCE Kids. Thank you all for being here. It's my pleasure. I'm sitting here in anticipation of what treat I'm going to get today from our kids and CG. And yes, CG, we're in stiff competition because I have my little corner here and I see you squeezing in my corner.
You in your small corner and mine, right?
I'm in my small corner. You are yours. So thank you so much. It's a pleasure again, and I'm looking forward to a wonderful hour with you all.
Thank you, Auntie Sophie. So Olivia, take us away. What do you have for us today?
I'm going to be reading a poem. It is I Like Myself by Karen Baymont, illustrated by David Catcher. I like myself. I'm glad I'm me. There's no one else I'd rather be. I like my eyes, my ears, my nose, I like my fingers and my toes. I like me wild, I like me tame, I like me different and the same. I like me fast, I like me slow, I like me everywhere I go. I like me on the inside too, for all I think and say and do. Inside, outside, upside down, from head to toe and all around. I like it all. It is all me. And me is all I want to be. And I don't care in any way what someone else might think or say. I may be called a silly nut or a crazy cocklebird. So what? I'm having too much fun, you see, for anything to bother me. Even when I look a mess, I still don't like me otherwise. Because nothing in this world, you know, can change what's deep inside, and so no matter if they stop and stare, no person anywhere can make me feel that what they see is all there really is to me. I still like me with fleas or warts, or with a silly snout that snores, or knobby knees, or hippo hips, or purple polka dot lips. Or beaver breath, or stinky toes, or horns prouting from my nose. Or eyes with spikes all down my spine, or hair dots like a porcupine. I still would be the same, you see. I like myself because I'm me. The end.
What a beautiful book. I like myself because I'm me. That's amazing. Beautiful choice, especially representing Black History Month. So thank you for that, Olivia.
Auntie Sophie, not Auntie Sophie, Auntie Donna might not be able to sing my song because the internet is giving trouble.
Oh, no, that's okay, sweetie. So we'll have you start reading for us. What do you have for us, Raheem?
It's not loaded yet. It just
Oh, it's not loading. Okay, so we'll have Tika.
Sure. I would like to give credit to the autobiography on Nelson Mandela, Long Walk to Freedom, and the website wikipedia.com. Nelson Holyhala Mandela was born on July 18, 1918. He was a South African anti-apartheid revolutionary, political leader, and philanthropist who served as President of South Africa from 1994 to 1999. He was the country's first Black head of state and the first elected in a fully representative democratic election. His government focused on dismantling the legacy of apartheid by tackling institutionalized racism and fostering racial reconciliation, ideologically, and African nationalist and socialist. He served as the president of the African National Congress ANC party from 1991 to 1997. His given forename, Holy Hala, commonly in troublemaker. In the years Mandela as a leader. He studied at the University of Witwatersrand before working as a lawyer. He involved in anti-colonial and nationalist studies during the 1943 and commanding its lead in the war. As the national party, they established apartheid as a system of which was and the ANC committed themselves to its overthrow. Mandela served 27 long years in prison amid growing domestic and international pressure and with fears of racial civil war. President F.W. de Klerk released him in 1990. Mandela and de Klerk led efforts to negotiate an end to apartheid, which resulted in the 1994 multiracial general election in which Mandela led the ANC to victory and became president. Under his leadership, abuses and also including measures to encourage land reform, combat poverty, and expand healthcare services. He declined a second presidential term and was succeeded by his deputy, Tabaho Mp. Mandela became an elder statesman and through the and deemed to reconcile with apprentices supporters. He gained international acclaim for his activism, widely regarded as an icon of democracy and social justice. He received more than 200 honors, including the Nobel Peace Prize. He is held in deep respect within South Africa, where he is often referred to by his clan name, Madiba, and described as the father of the nation. Nelson Mandela died on December 13, 2013, at the age of 95 after suffering a prolonged respiratory illness. The end.
Thank you for that. Unfortunately, we had lots of internet connection issues there. So what we'll probably have to have you do for us, Tika, because that sounded so beautiful, the pieces we could hear, is have you send that in to us separately as well. But thank you for that. And I see you're wearing your Jamaica colors, your Jamaica shirt. So thank you for representing.
You're welcome.
Auntie Dawn, I might not be able to read. Nothing is loading.
Oh, okay. Are you able to do the song you had prepared?
No.
No, not at all. Okay, CG, take us away. We'll see if Raheem can recover his internet.
Can
All
I
right.
stop my video for a second?
Yes, sweetie, go ahead.
You ready for me?
Yeah, man.
Right, all right, okay. Well, it's, you know, it's all about the kids, but I'll just give you a little thing today. First of all, I must say how happy I am to hear the name so many versions now of Oliver, you know, Olivia Ray. So first of all, big up to the kids with that name, Olivia and Olivia Ray, Raheem, of course, Antika. I'm going to, today, Valentine's Day is a day that we get to celebrate and show love to our family and our friends. And there, in our culture, we have a lot of folk songs that speak about love. Women love have lion heart. It was under the coconut tree. And there is also love songs about food. How many of us love food? Everybody love food? Okay. All right. Well, there is a folk song called Dip and Fall Back. Now, I'm sure nobody expected to hear that on Valentine's Day. Dip and Fall Back. Auntie Sophie, you know about Dip and Fall Back?
Of course.
All right. So I'm going to teach you a little song called Dip and Fall Back. It's going to be quick and I'm going to teach you the whole song. But today's a day of celebrating love for family, friends, and also food. So here's the song, Dip and Fall Back. Dip and fall back, dip and fall back. My advice, there is nothing nice like dip and fall back. Now, when the war was over and everything was scarce, you can't say scarce, you have to say scarce. And man was experimenting with things to fill them space, like your stomach. We had a lot of food, but the meat was out of stock. So to get a blend, we recommend the dip and fall back, right? Tika, you hearing me? Tika, did you ever hear about dip and fall back before?
No, I have not.
Whoa, okay, good. All right. So that's surprising, but that's okay. That's good. So I'm going to give you a little piece of dip and fall back. And guess what? I have a soundtrack. So I'm going to sing it for you. All right. Now, Tika.
I'm here.
Do you mind standing up for a little? You don't want to stand. Oh, that's okay. All right. And Auntie Sophia, do you know the dance dip and fall back?
I think I remember dip and fall back. I guess you do as it says, dip and fall back.
That's right. So Auntie Sophia, I want you to stand up and
All
you
right.
will dance and show them the dip and fall back, okay?
Let me
So
see
the
if I
dip and
can.
fall back. So you say I'm a big picnic and I'm going to dip and fall back. Kids, you're going to jump like this. Dip and fall back. Dip and fall back, right? My advice, there is nothing nice like dip and fall back. All right.
All right, let's see if we can do it.
Auntie Sophie, you have to work with me, right?
Oh.
Kids, if you feel brave, you can do it with us, all right? So this is the music now. Dip and fall back. Dip and fall back. My advice, there is nothing nice like dip and fall back. Dip and fall back.
Oh, yes.
Dip and fall back.
Oh, yes.
My advice, there is nothing nice like dip and fall back. Listen up.
What?
When the war was over and everything was scarce, man was experimenting with things to fill them space. We had a lot of food, but the meat was out of stock. So to get a blend, we recommend the dip and fall back. Raheem, dip and fall back. Dip and fall back. Olivia, I advise there is nothing nice like dip and fall back.
Yay!
Dip and fall back.
Oh, yes.
Dip and fall back. My advice, there is nothing nice like dip and fall back.
Oh, yes.
All right.
Woo! Auntie Dawn, that's Zumba. I'm tired.
That's Zumba.
I'm tired.
That's my little piece. that's my little piece today. You guys, if you go on the internet, you can research Dip and Fall Back. You can hear the whole history about after World War when the meat was short and they had to develop the Dip and Fall Back as another alternative of food to eat. It's very tasty and nice. You can ask mommy to prepare it for you, right? And if she doesn't know, she can call Auntie Sophie and Auntie Sophie will give her the recipe. All
Yeah.
right. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank
Good
you so
job.
much, CG.
Thank you, Olivia. Oh, by the way, who did the dip and fall back a while ago? I saw Raheem doing it.
And
Raheem,
Olivia,
Olivia, you tried it?
She-
Raheem, you tried it?
Yes, I did.
All right, I want you to try it one more time to dance to the dip and you ready? You ready, kids? We're gonna do it after 3.
Yes.
What? We're all big kids here. No, okay, I'm just a kid just like you. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Dip and fall back. Dip and fall back. My advice, there is nothing nice like dip and fall back. Again. Dip and fall back. Dip and fall back. My advice, there is nothing nice like dip and fall back. All right.
at least CG got you guys moving.
Yes.
And sharing some traditional songs with us as well. So thank you for that, CG.
Definitely.
So Olivia Ray has joined us. Hi, Olivia.
Hi, Auntie Dawn.
How are you, sweetie?
I'm good.
Good, good. Say hi to your viewers.
Excuse me,
Hi,
Auntie Dawn.
everyone.
Hi, Raheem.
I might just be able only to sing the song because the information is not loading.
Okay, no problem, sweetie. We're gonna have Olivia Ray. She has a
Okay.
special treat for us, and then we'll switch over to Raheem. So take us away, Olivia Ray.
Okay. Book first of all. Book. I'm going to be reading a book. The title of the book is called The Survivor, written by Nia Olivia Bowen. Little Bird was by himself. He had never been alone before, but after a terrible accident that wiped out his entire family, he found himself alone. Hunters! That was the last thing Little Bird heard his mom shout. He didn't remember how he ended up in this section of the forest. Things happened so quickly, it seemed like a bad dream. What was he going to do now? Help me! Walking on a branch, Little Bird jumped off and planned to fly. But he suddenly fell. Help me, he cried. Nobody came to the rescue. You see, Little Bird hadn't learned how to fly yet, so he landed with a thud on the ground. Little Bird looked up at the sky as he felt raindrops on his feathers. Huh? Now a storm, he said. His little tummy began rumbling loudly. I really need something to eat. Little Bird was now lonely, wet, and hungry. This day is getting worse and worse. I really wish my family was here. Little Bird walked until he finally found somewhere to stay. Ah, this is comfy, Little Bird said, looking around the amazing little cottage. Ah, this is comfy. Wow, a nice big bed. I'm so sleepy. I'll just take a quick nap. And so Little Bird fell fast asleep in the little cottage. After a nice long rest, Little Bird woke up and went downstairs. He went outside for a minute to see if it was still raining. It sure was. Going back inside, Little Bird realized he hadn't eaten. In fact, he was now very, very hungry. So he went to the kitchen and luckily found some food. He ate until his little tummy was full. Much better, he thought to himself. Later that day, Little Bird opened the door and left the little cottage. The storm had finally passed. He looked across the way and saw a big rock. Suddenly, Little Bird had an idea. He climbed to the very top of the big rock, stretched his wing as wide as he could, and he flew. Little Bird flew off into the wilderness. He eventually found a flock of birds who became his new friend that loved and cared for him. The end.
Beautiful. I remember the first time we had you on the Caribbean Edge Kids. You were this little shy young lady. Now you sound like Aunty Sophie reading with such expressions.
You did a good job.
Olivia, thank you. Thank you, Olivia Ray. Glad you could join us. Where's Raheem?
No.
You ready to sing now, Raheem? Let's see what you have for us.
I'm ready to sing.
Go ahead.
Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Rise up this morning, smile with the rising sun. 3 little birds divide my doorstep, singing sweet songs of melodies pure and true, saying, this is my message to you. Singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Rise up this morning, smile with the rising sun. 3 little birds, each by my doorstep, singing sweet songs of melodies pure and true, saying, this is my message to you. Singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Singing, don't worry.
Every little thing is gonna be all right.
You guys hear the music.
Yeah, man, it was a beautiful song on a beautiful day for so many people spreading love. You know, my best friend, that's her favorite song. So whenever we're out, we dance to that song. So
Good job,
thank you, Raheem, for choosing that song. Beautiful and well done.
That
Good
didn't take
job,
long.
Raheem.
That only took about 2 days.
Yeah, man, you're good. You're good. So let's do a little patois with you guys. Let's see. We're gonna find some stuff to talk about because it's Valentine's Day. So
I'm going to get a book where I can read some.
okay. So I want you kids to just listen to what I'm saying, and then you're gonna have to repeat. Okay. So let's see who has been practicing their patois. Tika should be good. Raheem should be good because they're in Jamaica, but I understand they don't talk it too much. So Olivia and Olivia Ray are the ones here in Florida. So CG, I know going to have fun with them too.
Auntie,
Alright. So one of the things we say here is, me love when I like cook food. All right. Me love when I like cook food. Who wants to try that one? Me love when I like cook food.
Love and I like cook food.
See it there? There you go. Who else?
I'll try it. My love when I like cook food.
See it there, Raheem? See? Very much.
I love you like cook food.
Me love no.
We love you like cook food.
There you go. Me love you like cook food. And I know, Olivia, your mom speak a whole lot of patois because I know your mom.
Auntie Dawn, this is a fact about Jamaicans. Anytime we're typing YOU for you, we just type the U.
Yes, we do that too. Good job. So how about we say you're craving? Who had breakfast this morning or lunch?
The craving.
You're craving.
Be craving.
Tika,
You're craving.
you're craving. How about you, Olivia Ray?
You crave that.
You're craving. So who knows what that means?
You're too greedy.
You're very hungry.
You want it?
So here it is.
Too
You
much?
are teaching people how
You
to
eat too
speak like a Jamaican. You eat. You're craving. You eat too much food. CG, what word you have for the kids?
Excuse me, Auntie Dawn, we don't say craving, we say craving.
Craving. You're craving, boy. You're craving. CG, you have any words
Oh,
for
yeah.
them?
Hold on. Uno go on good. Uno
Uno
go
go on
on good.
Yeah.
Go on good.
I'm not going good.
Uno go on good.
No, go on good.
Uno
Uno-
ground good.
Yeah.
I'm not going good.
Uno big up on yourself.
I'm
Yeah,
not
big
big
up
up
yourself.
yourself.
Uno dig up on yourself.
Uno.
I'm not big
That
up.
show ya I go on like ring ding.
That's where I go on like
That
Randy.
show ya, that call like ring ding.
Be sure like green bean.
That
So
show
I go
ya.
on like ring ding.
That show ya I go on like ring ding.
That show ya, I go on like ring ding.
All right, good. Raheem, you tried.
That's where you're going like ring ding.
Nice. Tika.
That show ya go on like ring ding.
All right. Olivia.
Be sure like go like green bean.
Go on again. Let me hear you. That show ya I go on like ring ding.
This show ya go like green bean.
All right. Olivia Ray, you did it? Olivia Ray, you do it.
That show ya, I go on like ring ding.
Very good. Very good, guys. Very good. Very good.
Big up on yourself. Big up
Big
on
up,
yourself.
big up. Big up all Massive and crew.
Yes, I know you kids must hear this one though. When it's time for bed and your parents, you're not going to bed, they say, oh, Olivia seemed to know. Okay, Olivia, what does mommy say?
Go on your bed.
Go on your bed, pick me.
Go on your bed.
Go on your bed, pick me. So go to bed. Olivia Ray, go on your bed.
Go on your bed, picnic.
Yes, yes. So now you can reverse it if mommy's up too late. You just say, mommy, go on your bed. Mommy's probably gonna kill me for that one. But thank you guys for learning a little patois today and teaching our rich culture to the rest of the world. That was fun. Auntie Sophie.
Oh, you know, I'm sitting here just being being treated, right? I am sitting here being treated. Thank you, kids, for participating. Thank you, CG, for sharing with us. We appreciate it. And what a lovely day. It's a day for love. It's a day for sharing. So here we are sharing our culture. And when we share, this is a way we express in Jamaica. How we express love, we like to give food. We like to give food, and that's showing you that we care. And when we share with you our culture, it's also showing that we care, right? So thank you, kids. Thank you. I think Tika read about the head of state in South Africa, Mandela. So we learned a little history there, Black history. And of course, we had Raheem singing a song by the late, great Bob Marley, which we consider one of our musical icons in Jamaica. So I get the Black history thing coming through. Of course, I had my lovely Olivia reading. I think she said something about I like me. Is that what it was? Telling us to appreciate being who you are. And that is also a lovely thing because that's expressing love, right? And of course, we love Miss Olivia Ray. She just read for us a lovely story. Reading, yes, she's gonna get this new chair now to be Auntie Olivia Ray, reading on the TCE kids. Beautiful expressions, of course. And Ray, thank you again. Thank you all, and CG as usual. I am out of breath, Auntie Dawn, because I had to dip and fall back. So thank you, thank you. So let me see if I have any energy left, because I want to share a little story with you from memory. So bear with me. And this is a story that my mother shared with me many years ago. A Jamaican story, okay? So you will notice, kids, a lot of our stories, we give you little rhythms in it because we're rhythmic people. We like to sing and we like to chant and dance. So let us see how I can bring this story to life. Now, long time ago, in a village lived a woman with her one and only daughter. Now, this woman loved her daughter so much, she didn't want anybody to hurt her child. She didn't want anybody to even stare at her child. She considered her child so beautiful, and she considered her a gift from God. So this woman thought to herself, let me... Yes, my dear.
When you finish the story, I have a little story I must tell you when I was a baby.
All right, Raheem remembered when he was a baby. So this is a story that I was told when I was a little girl. So here we go. So the lady in the village wanted to protect her daughter from everybody, and she wanted to treasure her daughter and keep her only to herself. So guess what she did? She took her daughter in to the depth of the forest and hid her in a little cottage. And how she took care of her daughter, she would go every single day to make sure her daughter was fed and bathed and combed her hair, and she took care of her daughter. But remember, she had hid her far away in the center of the forest. So each and every day she would go over the mountains, down the valley, round the winding path, and to the little house in the forest, and took care of her daughter. Now there in the village lived a man. They consider him Tiger. And he was the tiger man who thought he could get everything he wanted. And nobody ever dare tell Mr. Tiger no. So Mr. Tiger would observe the mother. He heard that the mother had this beautiful child. And he observed the mother. Each and every day he saw when the mother left the village, she climbed over the mountain, down the valley, around the winding path, into the clearing of the forest to look after her daughter. So the tiger thought to himself, I need to go and get that daughter for myself. I I need that beautiful child. And he thought and he thought and he wondered how could he ever get to the child. But remember, the mother had locked her into this little cottage and she locked the door and nobody could get in. So the tiger thought and he watched the mother one day and he thought to himself, okay, let me follow her and I'll see how she gets to the village, to that little cottage in the center of the forest to find the daughter. So one day he followed the mother and he hid in the bushes and he watched the mother go to the door. And this is what the mother did to get inside this sealed cottage. She sang a song and she sang, "Me daughter ho, open the door and let me come in." And the daughter listened to the mother's beautiful voice. And the mother had warned her, you only open the door to the sound of my voice. And the mother had that distinct, beautiful singing voice. So the daughter opened the door, the mother went in and locked the door tightly behind her and looked after her daughter. And she did that for many, 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 many days, into years, as the daughter grew into a beautiful young lady. So of course, as I told you, Mr. Tiger had followed the mother and he saw what the mother did. And the Mr. Tiger went early one morning before the mother could get there. And he walked over the mountains, down the valley, around the winding path and to the little cottage. And he knocked on the door. The daughter thought to herself, it was a little strange that her mother may be knocking so early, but she still listened. And she said, "Mother, is that you?" And Mr. Tiger said, "Me daughter, open the door and let me come in." The daughter said, "You are not my mother. My mother has a beautiful singing voice, and she told me not to open the door to anybody but her. So of course I'm not going to open the door." And Mr. Tiger said, "But I sang the same song." The daughter said, "No, no, 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 no. You don't have my mother's beautiful voice." Mr. Tiger said, "And how do I get your mother's beautiful voice?" And the little girl thought she was smart. She said, "Mr. Tiger, you have to go into the village and get the Mr. Hotsmith to put a hot iron down your throat." Actually, the blacksmith is what she said. "Put the hot iron down your throat and bury your head in the sand for 9 days, and you will get my mother's voice." Mr. Tiger thought to himself, that sounded a little strange, but Mr. Tiger wasn't very smart. So he went away. He went away from that cottage and he went into the village to the blacksmith. And he said, "Mr. Blacksmith, I want you to put the hot iron down my throat. And I am going to bury my head in the sand for 9 days. And I'm going to get a beautiful singing voice." The blacksmith thought that was strange, but hello, nobody says no to Mr. Tiger. So the blacksmith tremblingly put the hot iron down Tiger's throat. It hurt him a little bit, but Mr. Tiger was strong and he bore the pain and he went away and buried himself in the sand for 9 days. And then he appeared. And he watched again as the mother went her way to look after the daughter. And he reminded himself of the path. And he went over the mountains, down the valley, round the winding path. And he went to the little cottage and he knocked on the door. The little girl thought to herself, well, she's now a young lady, "Mom, is that you?" And lo and behold, Mr. Tiger opened his mouth and he said, "Me daughter, open the door and let me come in." Tiger was frightened, but nonetheless, he was happy. The voice came out beautifully, and the little girl listened. And she said, "Oh, that's my mother's voice. She must be early." And she opened the door and let the tiger in. And Mr. Tiger chased the little girl around the cottage, and he grabbed her and he gobbled her up. And that was so sad. The mother then came over the mountain, down the valley, around the winding pathway. And when she got to the little cottage, she saw that the door was open. And at last she knew something had happened to her beautiful, beloved daughter. She went in and she looked, she saw the table was turned upside down. She saw everything was all scattered, and she knew instinctively something had happened to her daughter. So she went through the back door, and when she looked in the field, guess who she saw? Tiger, fast asleep, and his tummy was so full. She knew that he had gobbled her daughter up. And the mother was enraged. And she said, I am going to get some revenge. But she was wise. And she thought carefully, I need to get Mr. Tiger to relax. Because if she ran and got angry, Tiger would have gotten up and really struck her. So she put Tiger's head in her lap and she said, Mr. Tiger, would you like me to sing a song for you? And Mr. Tiger was so full. And you know how you get very sleepy when you're full. And he said, yes, sing a song for me. And the mother started to sing a song for Mr. Tiger. And she sang beautifully. And Mr. Tiger just kept going off into his slumber. And as she sang, she plaited his hair. And as she plaited his hair, she tied it in the broom weed. And she sang and she plaited his hair and tied it in the broom weed. And she sang. And when she was done, every single hair on Tiger's back was twisted and plaited in the broom weed. So you know Mr. Tiger could not move. And the mother grabbed a big stick and she started to whoop the tiger. And she whooped the tiger. And she whooped the tiger. And the tiger reeled. But he couldn't get up because his hair was plaited in the broom weed. And she whooped him and she whooped him and she whooped him. And then she was exhausted, but she felt like, yes, I got revenge. She put the big stick on her back and she started to sing. Woman killed tiger, man kappa brim. Woman killed tiger, man kappa brim. And she was singing and she made her way back to the village. On her way, there was a little bird in the treetop, like Olivia Ray's little bird. And the little bird heard her singing. And he said, oh, 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 oh. A woman can never kill a tiger. You are wrong, my fair lady. You need to sing, man kill tiger, woman kakabrim. Man kill tiger. And the little mother by then was so exhausted. She knew what she did. She didn't need to say anything different. She said, just to appease the bird, she sang, man kill tiger, woman kakabrim. Man kill tiger, woman kakabrim. And she went all the way home singing that song. And everyone in the village who heard thought to themselves, oh, so a man killed the tiger. And from that day till today, it is believed that women don't have any strength to kill a tiger, only a man. And that was the end of that story. The end. From that day till today, man strong.
Well, women are killing tigers all around the world, right?
You know that. Yes, we know that.
We just trick them and let them think they're doing all the hard work, all the muscle.
Exactly.
Right, CG?
Woman power.
So thank you for that, Auntie Sophie. We are always delighted, and you just pull me in every week.
Auntie Sophie, that's your delivery of that story was even better than the story itself. I never like how them eat up the girl, but trust me, the story and the singing was amazing. I loved it, loved it.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, man. She just pulls me in every week. So I'm going to go around to our little kids and ask you anything you want to say to your viewers today. We're so happy that you joined us. It's Valentine's Day, Reggae Month, and Black History Month. And the most precious thing you can give to someone is your time. So thank you for your time today and for the viewers as well that have tuned in. So let's start with Miss Tika. Oh, thank you, Tika. How about you, Olivia?
What did you say?
Anything you want to say to your viewers today?
Thanks for having me on the show.
Oh, thank you. And I hope you enjoy your Valentine's Day as well.
I will.
How about you, Raheem?
Auntie Dawn, did you know mommy never told anybody this, but other than my grandparents. When I was a little baby, I actually died. And grandma prayed and she prayed and she prayed. And then when the doctors looked, they heard me crying.
Oh, wow. Well, thank you, Raheem, for sharing that with us. And I am so happy that they have great doctors and that grandma prayed and prayed and that you are here today. Wow, thank you so much. You are an amazing young man and we love having you.
That's why my name means a blessing.
You're so beautiful, Raheem. Thank you. Thank you, Raheem, and for sharing that with us.
You're welcome.
Okay. All right. And Miss Olivia Ray. Uh-oh.
I'm going to end the show with a quote from Maya Angelou. Maya Angelou was an American poet and civil rights activist. I learned that people will forget what you said. People will forget what you said. People will forget what you did. But people will never forget how you made them feel.
Thank you. And that's so true. What a beautiful way to end it. Your part of the segment, Olivia Ray. People will always remember how you made them feel. Thank you for that. CG. Any parting words for us?
Well, man, I tell you that comment by Olivia Ray just, you know, what I was going to say, I just threw it out the window. You kids, yes. So you kids just make me feel so inspired, so excited. I just feel like dreams can come true. Just listening to you, I'm very excited for each of you. I thank you for all your contributions. You are a blessing. The show is a blessing. Continue the great work. We need more of this. Auntie Dawn, I encourage you to just keep going along with Auntie Sophia. This is a fantastic show. And to all the listeners, kids, we love you. Continue being Jamaican. Continue reading your stories. It was a pleasure being here.
Thank you, CG. Pleasure to have you always.
Auntie Dawn.
Auntie Sophie.
I think I hear one of our superstars saying something again. Somebody just said something.
Auntie Dawn, can I show you my bunny?
Sure, you can show us your bunny. The world wants to see your bunny.
Oh! That's cute, Olivia.
How long have you had your bunny?
Oh. Auntie Dawn, I had a pet bunny.
You did?
Yeah.
So Olivia, how long have you had your bunny?
2 years.
2 years. So the bunny gone large, can now the whole world see bunny. Bunny, I forgot to learn some patois too. Over to you, Auntie Sophie.
Oh, Auntie Dawn, what a blessing. What a lovely day. What a way to start my afternoon with these beautiful children sharing their love. This is what it's all about. It's a show of love, motivation, inspiration. You hear that little inspirational little fella there, Mr. Raheem, and of course, Olivia Ray, giving us some motivation and words of wisdom. Thank you all, children. Thank you, CG. It has really set me in a very good mood for the rest of my Valentine's Day. My husband, I forgot, come real good because he has to go top this. But my heart is in a good place. And I want to remind the parents to continue to read to your children, continue to share with them. And what you're doing is creating memories, because this Auntie Sophia have stories in our head from I was a little little girl from my mother shared with me. And see how I still have them? So mothers, parents, fathers, continue to create memories with your little ones. It is absolutely amazing. God bless you. Love you all. And big up on yourself. I mean, I say, Caribbean Edge kids are going with things. Turn up, turn up, turn up.
Thank you, Auntie Sophie. We thank our viewers. We thank the parents, the schools, the teachers, everyone that's motivated, all these beautiful kids that are now motivating and inspiring us. And from the Caribbean Edge Kids, we're just thankful and blessed that we have such a rich, strong culture to share with the rest of the world. So thank you for tuning in. One love. And I got enjoy Valentine's Day. Later.
One love.
Valentine's Day.
And walk good.